That's just a little bit of Gravity Running from Anita Abram, Suffolk singer-writer. And I'm delighted to say that Anita is on the line now. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon to you, Johnny, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, and to you. How are you?
I'm okay, actually, yes. I'm very excited to be on Radio Suffolk. It's a dream come true. And thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you're very welcome. We're delighted to have you on the programme. Now, look, tell me about this song.
Gravity Running. Well, I suppose as a singer-songwriter, I really wanted to do something in my capacity to support the Ukrainian people and their ongoing struggle. And having met some of the Ukrainian refugees myself, they've really inspired me and they've supported me in writing this song. So I think I really wanted to make sure that people understood, no matter what you do, whether you're a songwriter, whether you want to raise money for charity or whether you're in the armed forces, whatever you're doing, you can make a difference. And that's what I'm trying to do with this debut single. And
you mentioned there you've spoken to people who are from Ukraine, refugees, but tell me a little bit more why you've decided to dedicate it specifically to them. I think as a singer-songwriter, it really was a story that touched my heart. And I suppose if you talk to singer-songwriters, one of the things they'll tell you is sometimes a song will write itself. So you'll get an inspiration. And I found their stories so inspirational. I think creatively, I wanted to express that through my music. And I sort of recorded some basic demos of the song, shared it with some friends and with the Ukrainian refugees. And they just supported me and said, yeah, this is really something we believe you should be doing. And, you know, we're behind you in getting it out so others can hear it. So that really encouraged me to make this particular track my debut track. I think it's the inspiration. And another thing I think, Johnny, as well, is that war, you know, it's so close to home, isn't it? The Ukrainian war isn't something we expected to see in our lifetime, another war in Europe. And yet here it is. And actually seeing people face to face that have had to leave their homes and trudge over fields with all their belongings, and it really touched me, really touched my heart, and it really made me think, what can you do as an individual to actually express your feelings about this? And as I mentioned in the introduction, you wrote it in your attic. I did. I wrote it, I recorded the vocal, and I recorded the harmonies and the rhythm guitar in my attic. Yes, exactly. You obviously have great acoustics there. I don't know about that, Johnny. I think I was really fortunate to do a course with Dr. Isabel Anderson called the Female Home Recording Academy, and she taught her students how to sound treat a space and how to record vocals and how to do not basic, but actually how to mix tracks and add reverb and all the sort of things that you need to be able to produce your own music at home. And she's been such a support to me. She has regular meetings with all of her ex-students once a month, and she supports us. She answers our questions. So I think that Female DIY Home Recording Academy I owe a lot to, as well as my producer, Pete Moody, who's another excellent person that supported me in making this music, really. And what was it that really got you into music making? I'm not really sure, to be honest, because I think probably I've always been interested in music. I've never studied it. I've never formally learned music either at school or college. I was really an art graduate and I worked for the local council. And one of my colleagues said to me one day, why don't you write a song? And I thought, oh, well, that sounds like a good idea. And I did write a song, and I found out that I had the ability to do it. And that really encouraged me. I was also encouraged by a chap called Luke Concannon, who you may remember was in the band Nizlopi, the famous JCB #1 song. Yeah.
And yeah, so he was very supportive of Ed Sheeran at the start of his career, but Luke was a friend of my sister's, so he also said he would coach me and help me, guide me through how to release my first single, how to get the graphic design done for the artwork and so forth. So it's so lovely that you've got all these people who really care about what you do surrounding you. Yeah, I think it's the most important thing to any singer-songwriter. I had some great support from young singer-songwriters, Will Foley, who's been on BBC Introducing recently, and Amy Allard, who's a new artist that's was playing at the Colt Club in Ipswich yesterday. We were playing with the Musicians Only Jam, which is organised by Chris Lockington and Georgie, who runs the bar there. We've got an amazing community, really.
We're really lucky here in Suffolk.
We've got people like Caswell. She's great. She was down at the Colt Cafe bar yesterday. I think what I like about this community is it doesn't matter what stage you are at in your journey. In Suffolk, the community is really supportive. Doesn't matter what genre of music you write, what you're doing, you just feel that you're part of that community, and that helps propel you forward and give you that confidence you need.
100%. And how nice of one of your colleagues to just say, write a song. And actually, it's quite nice. It's often just those little bits of tidbits. People might just say something to you that inspires you, and then inspires you on to greatness.
And I think, that's what I would encourage anyone as well. If I can do it, then you can do it. But that's what I would say. If there's something you really wanted to do, but you felt embarrassed or maybe worried about how others would view you, just put that to one side and push forward, push through those feelings, and use your creativity. And you would be amazed at the music that's coming out in Suffolk. There's so many wonderful artists. I'm sure you know more of them than I do, Johnny. But I think we've got such a precious community here, and we need to support it, and we need to support each other. And that's kind of my next goal, really, is to help support other people on their journey as well.
Absolutely. And our BBC Music Introducing team does some fabulous work with some amazing artists, and you can catch BBC Music Introducing in Suffolk on Saturdays at 8 p.m. with Angel Joseph. So that's great. That's a great listen. But you talk about Dr. Isabel Anderson and Luke Cannon and Pete Moody, and what are they saying about your debut track?
Oh, they're so supportive. I mean, Isabel's given me lots of encouragement, and there's been times where things have been quite frustrating, where you just can't get the sound that you hear in your head. You can't replicate that in what you're producing, and just getting advice from her and the other women that are doing her course. So many amazing women. For example, we've got Sam Crane, who was on BBC Radio 2 just before Christmas with her debut album. So I think it's about people believing in you and giving you that encouragement. And Dr. Isabel Anderson has been one of those amazing people, and just so inspiring. Yeah, I probably forgot the original question because I got carried away there. But
no, that's fine. And also, I understand that you're an official representative of the International Singer-Songwriting Association. Yeah. I joined that organisation very, very recently. So I'm still waiting for my pack and my banner and all my promotional materials to come through, because that's based in the States. Yes, they were very pleased to have me. So I'm really looking forward to being able to promote, for other people to join those types of institutions. I'm a real believer in joining institutions like trade unions, or in fact, the Musicians Union, which I'm a member of, because I think that gives you the extra support, the advice, but also they can advise you about your legal rights as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Because what you don't want to do is sign away your copyright of your work, or fall into any contracts that are not beneficial for you. And I think I've met so many artists recently that are going through, these types of things where their work has been taken without their permission, or they've signed a slightly dodgy contract. So yeah, I think being part of the Musicians Union, being part of the PRS and those sort of organisations, it's really important.
Yeah. And if people want to listen to this song or download it, or want to find out a bit more about you, Anita, where can they go? Yeah,
well, it's available on any of the streaming sites. So obviously Spotify, Deezer. I'm also on SoundCloud, on Bandcamp, and my website as well. You can hear it on my website, which is anitamusic.uk, really easy, ANITA music.uk.
AnitaMusic.uk.
Yep, that's my website, and you can find my music events. Obviously, I've advertised this interview on there as well, so
well done.
People will be listening in.
And what I was going to say, and what's next?
Well, what's next? I'm really hoping, what I want to do, and this is a dream, a very dear friend of mine passed away a couple of years ago, David Holt, and he left me a legacy in his will. And I want to use some of that money to provide a bursary for some other musician to do some of the courses that I've benefited from, including one of Isabel's courses. So I want to of develop some sort of pay-it-forward record label that it won't be like a real record label, but it will be a place where people could apply, people from Suffolk, women, musicians, can apply to get some extra financial support. And I want to start with one person and then see how it goes from there. But I definitely would like to give someone who, maybe hasn't got the means, the opportunities that I've had, to record and produce their own music at home.
Oh, well,
that would be kind of the next thing.
Anita Abram, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Keep in touch with us, won't you? Because we'd love to follow your progress. Will. And once you getting that up and running, we'd love to, support you and help you. So anyway, take care. Good luck with it.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, and you. So it's Gravity Running. Anita Abram's debut album is out now. And go and check it out. It's really good.